He must have been talking with someone. It's just a complete cover-up.
Welcome to Watch Mojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 creepiest mysteries of all time.
Do you know how long she's been gone? No, I don't. Please, we just got out and she's right here.
For this list, we'll be looking at spooky mysteries that have taken over our minds. What mystery keeps you awake at night? Be sure to share all the details in the comments below. Number 10. Big Void in the Great Pyramid of Giza. At more than 4,500 years old, the Great Pyramid of Giza is full of wonder and plenty of mystery. In 2017, using particle physics, researchers investigated the pyramid and uncovered a previously unknown void within the enormous structure. The large void measures at least 98 feet long and 20 feet high, and is located right above the Grand Gallery of the pyramid. There are several theories about the purpose of the void, ranging from mundane to fantastical, but its use and contents, if any, are currently unknown.
The secret compartment should be hidden somewhere inside here.
Researchers are currently working on new ways to investigate the void and reveal its secrets. Number 9. Tamám Shud Case. John and Jane Doe cases are unfortunately more prevalent than they should be, but this is the ultimate case of an unknown victim. On December 1, 1948, the body of a man was discovered on Somerton Park Beach near Adelaide, South Australia. A thorough search of the man revealed a piece of paper sewn into his pocket which simply said Tamám Shud, a phrase that translates to ended. All the labels had been removed from the man's clothing, he didn't have any form of identification, and his dental records did not produce any known matches.
The Somerton man's not just a curiosity or a mystery to be solved, it's somebody's father, son, perhaps grandfather, uncle.
The coroner suspected that the man had been the victim of poisoning, but could not come to a definite conclusion. Both the man's identity and cause of death remain unknown. Number 8. Salish Sea Feet. Since 2007, human feet have been washing up along the Salish Sea coast in British Columbia, Canada, and Washington, United States.
A human foot has once again been discovered.
Among the 21 extremities that have washed up on the shores of the Salish Sea, the majority have been matched to missing persons, several of whom perished in accidents.
This is where it was floating just before the bridge right up here.
In 2017, the British Columbia Coroner's Service said they believed that foul play was not tied to the discoveries of the feet. Because of the way the human body breaks down and how sea scavengers feed, extremities are often separated from the rest of the body. Most of the feet have been found inside sneakers, which might explain how they remained buoyant and relatively preserved. However, why so many feet have washed up in this particular area remains a mystery. Number 7. The Sodder Children. On the night of Christmas Eve, 1945, the lives of George and Jenny Sodder changed forever. Jenny awoke to the smell of smoke and realized that her husband's office was on fire. George and Jenny, along with 4 of their 9 children in the house, escaped. They attempted to yell and reach the children who were upstairs, but they were unsuccessful. The house was destroyed by the blaze. Firefighters searched through the ashes, but they couldn't find any signs of the 5 missing children, not even bones. Despite the ruling that the fire was due to an electrical issue, the family believed it was arson and the children were kidnapped. Sadly, the surviving Sodders have all passed and were never reunited with their missing family members. Number 6. Radio bursts from deep space. The universe is more massive than we can imagine, and it is full of mysteries we cannot yet unravel. In 2007, scientists discovered fast radio bursts, or FRBs, coming from deep space. As their name suggests, these bursts are quick but can be repetitive. Although some of the FRBs have been traced back to distant galaxies some billions of light years away, scientists do not know what causes the emissions to occur. Using advanced telescopes, astronomers have identified 2 objects that continually release radio wave bursts.
Maybe it's going to make us rethink things, and also, of course, teach us about where we came from, where the universe started.
One of the objects can go months between bursts, but the other object has emitted them since its discovery in 2019. Scientists are working to understand the radio bursts and what causes them in the first place. Number 5. Black Dahlia. Los Angeles is known as the City of Angels, but it's also the home of quite a few demons. On January 15th, 1947, Betty Bersinger and her toddler daughter discovered what they initially thought was a mannequin, only to realize it was actually the body of a young woman. Dubbed the Black Dahlia by the press, the bloodless and mutilated body was identified as that of Elizabeth Short. The gruesome nature of the crime led to a media frenzy and several false confessions.
With publicity, you get confessions. With confessions, you get crazies, liars, and false leads. So, we keep some things quiet.
But the case ultimately went cold and remains unsolved. Number 4. North Korean ghost boats. Since 2011, hundreds of boats, either unmanned or containing the remains of their crews, have washed up on the shores of Japan.
その時着ていた服とかかなりのやっぱり匂いもあったようですし。
While there are a few theories about the origins of these boats, they likely came from North Korea. Although some believe the boats belong to defectors, they almost certainly belong to North Korean fishermen.
漂着船が増え始めたのは一昨年の11月からです。一昨年の11月というのは北朝鮮がミサイルの発射をやめたのが11月。
After all, fishing is one of the most dangerous occupations on the planet, and made even more perilous by the older engines and lack of GPS on many of the discovered boats. Additionally, experts believe illegal Chinese vessels have devastated the North Korean squid population, causing North Korean fishermen to journey to more dangerous waters in search of squid.
Only an idiot would fish like this, says Akira Funatsu. The North Korean government must be forcing them.
Number 3. Dyatlov Pass Incident. One of the oldest mountain ranges in the world, the Urals have had quite their share of strange incidents, but this one is definitely one of the most bizarre. In early 1959, a group led by Igor Dyatlov set out on a skiing expedition through the northern Ural Mountains. The group never arrived at their destination, and a search expedition was launched. When the group was finally discovered, their bodies were only partially dressed despite the below-freezing temperatures. Their tent had been ripped open from the inside, and several of the bodies had fatal injuries to their skulls and chests. Although several explanations have been speculated, the most recent findings theorize that an avalanche is likely to blame for the hikers' demise. Number 2. JonBenét Ramsey. This is one of the most horrifying mysteries on this list. On December 26, 1996, Patsy Ramsey called to report she found a ransom note in her Boulder, Colorado home, demanding $118,000 in exchange for the safe return of her daughter, JonBenét.
A ransom note says, I have your child, I want $1 million, I'll call you later. This is 2.5 pages long.
Police arrived at the Ramsey home and conducted a search, but they did not find evidence of forced entry. Later that day, John Ramsey discovered JonBenét's body in the home's basement.
He grabs a blanket, which is full of who knows what kind of contaminants, and throws it over the body. Right then and there, the police investigation was tainted.
The girl had been strangled, but investigations were unable to determine who committed the heinous crime. Sadly, decades after that fateful December morning, the case still remains unsolved.
Yes, a kidnapping is a crime scene, but we were so focused on getting JonBenét back. That was the task.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications.
Number 1. Malaysia Airlines Flight 370. The most expensive search in aviation history is also the creepiest mystery of all time.
A big airplane like this, losing radar contact, it usually ends up in tragedy.
On March 8, 2014, Malaysia Airlines Flight 370 departed Kuala Lumpur for Beijing, carrying 227 passengers and 12 crew members. Shortly after takeoff, air traffic control stopped hearing from the crew, and the plane vanished from air traffic control radar screens a few minutes afterward.
In total, there were 14 different nationalities on the flight. As the day wore on, families in tears, lacking information.
Strangely, military radar data tracked the flight for an additional hour, and the data showed that the aircraft deviated from its planned path.
All right, good night, said someone in the cockpit. Could only 4 words provide clues to help unlock the case?
The aircraft's sudden disappearance prompted a massive search and rescue mission across Southeast Asia and the southern Indian Ocean. Pieces of debris believed to be from the plane have been discovered, but the reason for the disappearance remains a mystery.
To know where he is that would bring me some peace, because there is no peace.
Did you enjoy this video? Check out these other clips from WatchMojo, and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.